Hey, everybody, it's Jason Ellis, who's like kind of a comedian now. I'm on the road. TheJasonEllis.com is where you can see all my tour dates, and you can buy tickets from the same website. Crazy, right? Chicago, man. Zanies on April 30th. I'm going to be there. Are you in Nashville, Tennessee? Because May 1st, I'm going to be there too. What about Miami? Yeah, May 21st, I'll be there. And then the Morton Theater in I don't know what it is, but it's in Florida. I'm going to be in Ocala May 23rd. If you're in Ocala and I'm saying it wrong, you know what I'm saying. It's in Florida and I'm going to be there. And then Canadians, I'm coming to Canada. So watch out, Edmonton. I'm going to smash.
Temporary, current, not former, current children.
I don't know if I can watch a woolly mammoth kill a kid.
You don't know my kid's friends.
Oh my God, this got dark quick.
Totally moving, new and improving. I can't get back good. I've got the Hawaiian lion upon the wrong fire, ready to take one to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mouth is on?
What happened to you? What happened just then?
I fixed my hat,
Right.
having successfully balanced this Athletic Greens handy home dispenser.
Fucking drinking water with crystals in it, dude? What the hell is this?
Wait, who are you attacking right now?
Who are you attacking,
No,
Willie Simon?
I'm wondering what this is.
You don't know
Welcome to
about
the show,
Athletic
Willie
Greens?
Simon.
I don't know anything about Athletic Greens.
It
What is this?
shows.
Wow. Wait, you've never heard of Athletic Greens?
No. What is this?
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
you really did retire from podcasting.
Yeah, right. I was going to say.
When I'm out, I'm out.
That's a guy that does not listen or do podcasts. It's Athletic Greens, they run.
Casper mattress. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, Athletic Greens.
The ghost is branching out.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
I'm guessing it's some kind of mineral water or
No, that's a really bad guess. I thought for sure.
Yeah.
or no, maybe it's
It's weed for athletes.
One
Yeah.
more time. Athletic Greens.
judging by.
What do you think?
Let me go. I guess some kind of subscription to vegetables.
Yeah.
Do they send you?
Getting
Do they
close.
send you like
Yeah.
celery in the mail?
Very fit guys run up and deliver them.
Yeah. Only the hottest Uber drivers get to fucking.
It's like the Blue Men Group, but Green Men Group, and they just deliver you a can of nothing. It's a powder that has all the vitamins and minerals that you need in a day.
Okay.
All in one bioavailable, easily dissolved, and surprisingly tasty source.
Okay, that's great.
I'm going to need some extra money from Athletic Greens because that was a free one right
I
there.
walked right into that ad, dude. That was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That was fucking. I'm actually getting paid a ton of money by Athletic Greens.
Yeah, we all are. We're
I'm
all
a plant.
We're all retiring from Athletic Greens. Not really. But
So Willie, what do you think of FanDuel?
Dude, Drewski is a hero and he's only making the world better.
I don't know.
The guy from FanDuel? No, you guys.
Who's that?
It's the gambling thing.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm not a big gambler.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good idea that I'm not because I don't have the natural. I lose.
You would be an
Yeah.
outrageously dangerous gambler.
Yeah.
I feel like you could get really into it. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I did, it would be. I like the full risk with like minimal reward.
Exactly.
That's that's the bet that I want to make. Where it's like, you know, there's slim to none chance, but boy, if you win, boy, do you win big. And I'm like, that's the one I bet on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
bottomless appetite for risk, little to no foresight.
Yeah.
100K on the Browns every year, dude.
Yeah, that's I don't know football, but yeah, like the only time I ever won a UFC one was because it was the biggest upset in the history of the UFC.
Hilarious.
And I was always betting on that, and I finally got one. But yeah, I've never, when it comes to MMA, because I think I know about that. I'm like, I know some of these guys. I know how they train, and I used to like pick who I think would win on the weekend, and I was like, wow, I should definitely not bet money.
Yeah.
Because I bet with my like if I don't like the guy,
Yeah, you can't bet with your heart.
that's all I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like the Dagestani guys, and they're usually the best guys.
Yeah.
But I don't like them.
Okay.
So I always bet against them. So I just lose.
They like literally train from the second they're born.
Yeah.
You're like, I just don't like their vibe.
Yeah, well, no, because they grapple, and I don't like grappling. I like punches to the face.
Yeah.
It's not just they grapple. It seems like they poop and then don't wash their hands and then grapple.
Because we know that he did that, right?
Yeah.
We had the greatest like the Habib. I'm not going to say his name because I end up saying the N word instead. Habib, what?
Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to hear you say it now.
Khabib. No, I can't do it. Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Wow.
That was close. That was close.
Right? It gets weird. Just I say Habibi. And people are like, yeah, but he went to the bathroom at Sirius when I was in there, and he took a number 2, and then he just walked out and didn't wash his hands, and I was like, dude, that guy grapples.
Yeah. If you're going to gouge my eyes,
Yeah.
Damn
at
right.
least have
dude.
some goddamn respect. Wash
Tell
your
you when.
hands.
I'm still kicking your ass in the hospital after this, dude. You got fucking dysentery after
Yeah.
fighting me.
Yeah, he really crushes his enemies.
Yeah.
Did you see they made the Direwolf?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda. Some
I
people
kind
are
of
debating.
hate it.
Okay.
Like I like it,
Mhm.
but I also feel like it's like stop. Don't bring Game of Thrones into it. You know, like wolves are cool. They're way cooler than fucking Game of Thrones. It's like, oh, dude, it's the wolf from. Shut up.
Yeah, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they brought it back because of Game of Thrones.
No,
I
but
think they
people
brought
are-
it back because they could.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
people
yeah.
like it because it was on the Game of Thrones, and I'm like, first of all,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
Why are we bringing back ancient predators?
Dude, they're
These
talking
things
about
we ran from for fucking 10,000 years.
they're talking about woolly mammoth next.
Really?
Dude, Whitney Cummings told me that they reached out to her because she's famous and rich.
They reached out to her for woolly mammoth?
For to make one. She was like, they were like, you can write every joke under the sun, TV shows, you name it. Make us a woolly mammoth. No, I think it was an investing thing because she's like rich.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
And
yeah.
they were like, hey, you're a famous celebrity. How do you feel about investing in woolly mammoth? And she was fully against it.
Yeah.
And I remember going, when she told me, I was like, why would you be fully against
Yeah, I'm kind of.
woolly mammoth kicks ass? And she's like, it's just going to kill somebody. And I was like, well, it's not like
Yeah.
they didn't have it coming. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
if you're the guy on the woolly mammoth and he kills you,
Glorious.
Pretty sick way to go out.
Right.
That's how I want to go, dude.
that's what I'm talking
Riding
about.
a woolly mammoth.
It's not how I want to go out.
That's the only way I want to go.
But if I was a woolly mammoth enthusiast and it got me, so be it.
What about if they just kept a woolly mammoth outside of old folks' homes, like on a chain, and that you could just look out the window and it's like, anytime you want, buddy.
Yeah.
See, that's
Anytime you
we
want. This can all be over in the most glorious way possible.
Whitney had a point. She was like Jurassicing. She was like, this is a Jurassic thing where it goes awry and you can't stop it.
And there's woolly mammoths in Portland, and they have a problem up there. With
Which
them or
would be,
something like that.
I know. Look, I don't want anybody to die, all right? But if I don't know you personally, it's not that bad.
Yeah. I think
You know?
that's fair.
It's like people die all the time.
As we speak.
I'll get over it.
My friends die, I cry and I'm very sad. When somebody else dies, I don't know. And you guys would be like, oh, how cold. Shut up. You fucking do the same thing. Like, are you crying right now for people in Palestine? Then shut the fuck up. People, you don't know them, so you just go off and you get your Starbucks and you start laughing with your friends. You don't care. So I'm just saying it. I don't know if a woolly mammoth kills a guy and I don't know the guy, I'd be like, can I see the video?
Yeah. I'm still Team Mammoth.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not going to fucking.
Something about
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Whitney says it's just going to kill somebody. Like, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Right. I did. Look, it is a bad thing for that person's friends and family. It is a bad thing.
Depends on who it is.
Like he was an asshole.
It could be a bad.
Could be a bad guy.
a
What if he's the
absentee
evil? What if
father.
he's the evil scientist that brought it back, and this is his due reckoning?
Do you
Yeah.
have a friend?
A la Jurassic Park. I never thought I was
Do
going
you
to happen at some point.
that happens. Do you personally know a guy that you wouldn't mind knowing that a woolly
Oh
mammoth?
God, yeah,
Yeah, dude. It's like, imagine.
dude.
you're
I
like,
can think of several children.
what a fun way to find out you're like
Contemporary,
shitty dad died.
current, not former, current children.
I don't know if I could watch a woolly mammoth kill a kid. That's
You don't know my kids' friends.
God, this got dark quick. Man. But I do want to, like a direwolf is cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love wolves. But a woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
It's
really.
also, I get why you're not investing in woolly mammoths. 'Cause it's like, what's the return on fucking woolly mammoths. Like,
Well, the commercial applications, Willie, are endless.
yeah, dude. We got a new taxi system here in Seattle.
Yeah, good point.
Just think of the frilly jackets.
yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
It's
Wait a
true.
minute.
Just cashmere. It's all fucking.
If the woolly mammoths become a success and then woolly mammoths are made and bred all over the world,
Yes.
does she get half of the woolly mammoth money or something?
I don't
you get
know
like
what
a
the
percentage?
specifics of the proposal were. I would be very suspicious of anybody who wanted me to invest in woolly mammoths.
Yeah. Good point.
Like, even if my banker was like, have you considered
Listen,
diversifying
dude.
into
We got a lot of stuff in crypto. I got a new thing.
It might be just as edgy. Yeah, I kind of, people are like, hey, will you invest in my band or my skate park? Or, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's always
like,
something easy.
I'm like, I think you got me mistaken with the guy that I did a podcast with. Like, I'm not Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I don't have any money. Like, what are you talking about?
So, look, this reminds me of a story that I saw from the UK where a lot of people have been bankrupted and scammed recently. There's these whiskey barrel scams. Some people have made money because they have to age whiskey. So I guess you like invest in whiskey and then they keep it in the barrel for 10 or 15 years. And depending on where the whiskey market is, I think some people legitimately saw that as an opportunity, an underserved place to make money, and did like make 10 times their money back. And then it got press, and then people pop up going, why are you putting your money in a bank? That's boring. What are they going to give you? 4%? You see 2008, you're going to lose all your money and they're not even going to go to jail. Invest in whiskey barrels. Which sounds great, except that these guys aren't the guys that you should trust. So a lot of these people invested and found out either the barrels never actually existed,
or it was Brendan Schaub's whiskey.
Yeah. or the same barrel was sold 10 times over, and now they can't find the guy who sold it to them. And I see that as a larger issue. It's an example of a lot of what's going on in our culture, which is like I call it the one weird trickification of the world. It's like on YouTube, don't go to the doctor. Your doctor's not going to tell you that what you really need to do is drink lava. But now it's not just like, oh shit, I didn't target my stubborn belly fat. I lost my retirement savings.
Yeah.
Because people are so distrustful of the system and so seduced by that guy on YouTube who's like, guys, let me tell you some whiskey barrels because it sounds cool.
Yeah,
but like, these are people who are going to end up like living on the street at 70 years old in the UK.
You got to put your money in ivory. Let me tell you.
Isn't that more?
There's the
like,
thinking man.
Going back to like when a woolly mammoth kills you, like, didn't you have it coming?
Well, it all really depends.
I'm just saying, you invested in a whiskey barrel. You're an idiot.
It is also selling those twice, like fucking shitty, like home mortgages is fucking crazy. Like being like, I don't know where this whiskey barrel is, but it's like an NFT. It's like fucking like, it's somewhere out in the ether, but fucking. You
Are
don't know
they
where it is.
officially
It's
not
crazy.
cool?
NFTs?
Yeah.
Officially.
I think for like a few years now.
Okay, good.
I heard the conspiracy theory
I never
there.
bought it.
I heard no, me neither. The conspiracy theory there was that a lot of guys knew that crypto was a scam and were pulling all the suckers in, but the scam of crypto, like the real shitty coins, blew up too quick, and a lot of smart rich people got stuck sitting on crypto and then turned everybody on to NFTs as some weird way that they could sell the NFTs and get out of crypto.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
I don't know, dude.
That adds up.
Yeah.
The timing works.
Yeah.
Still pretty stupid.
Yeah. So it's funny that you mention them bringing the woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the direwolf back, and that's like on the cover of Time magazine.
There's 2 7-month-old ones, and now they're 2 boys, and now there's a girl, and they named it Khaleesi.
Ew.
Oh, man.
I'm like, dude.
Also not even accurate for Game of Thrones. Different family completely.
Right? Thank you.
The first two
But
names,
they do look cool.
The first 2 names were solid, Remus and Romulus.
Yeah.
I was going to say, perfect.
And that's the founding myth that the Empire of Rome was started by these 2 brothers.
We got to give these wolves a little baby.
Rock solid.
Yeah.
So
the third one should have been called Magnus Magnuson.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Right?
sweet.
Remember that guy, the strongest man guy?
Yeah.
He
No,
was
you don't.
The mountain.
Nah, not before.
Oh, okay.
There was a guy before all this, like when Strongest Man was before it was like I don't want to say mainstream, but before everybody was like jerking off about Strongest Man guys. The first like the Muhammad Ali of Strongest Man
Yeah.
was this dude Magnus Magnuson.
It's a fucking badass name.
Right, and he was just like, you remember when you're super strong but you're fat because you're just so strong.
Yeah.
like you don't have abs.
You're not here for a six-pack.
He
here to
he was
flip a
like
car.
I dude, because he lifted cars.
Yeah.
and they were
wild.
in the back in the day, like the boulders and that. I think he won he was like Jordan's, like he won over and over again. Nobody could beat him until he got old.
And these competitions that they would hold in places that you'd never heard of, where presumably
his house.
They don't test for steroids.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So good. It was
100%.
always on some island you'd never heard of.
There couldn't have been money in it back then too. Just probably just
Oh,
this
Magnus
guy.
Magnuson was making bank.
Was he?
I think they paid them in meat.
Yeah.
He was one of the real. I don't think he wanted money. I think he just wanted protein.
I just want want to lift and get surgery.
He was just in it for the lamentation of your women.
Yes.
Old school.
Don't make him like that anymore, Michael.
So I heard, obviously, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, the direwolf. Some people are like, is it really a direwolf, or how much of it is just a regular wolf and they spliced in a couple of genes? Like if a real direwolf came
That's
along,
pretty real.
That's what I heard it was.
would they fall for this? It's still kind of cool. In
Yeah.
theory, I'm not opposed to them bringing stuff back. I would love to hear Whitney flesh out her argument. Maybe she would win me over. I don't personally
I think
get
she's
it.
okay with direwolves. It's just not the woolly mammoth.
I see. So
See,
I
but
actually
the direwolf is more likely to kill a guy, I think, though. You know, than a woolly mammoth. The wolf is a hunter.
yeah.
Right, but
I
it's
don't know.
more woolly mammoth is more like he can just back up and kill a bunch of people.
All right, I'm more
Yeah.
accidental.
I guess
Direwolf
that's
would
true.
be like, he's gone rogue.
Be like, I'm okay with an animal killing someone on purpose. It's these clumsy idiot
Yeah.
animals I don't want around.
Yeah.
I think people kind of irrationally think that they could befriend the direwolf and command them to kill, a la
Yeah.
Game of
totally.
Thrones.
But dude, if a woolly mammoth kills a guy and breaks out of the fence,
Yeah.
and now he's on the streets and he's killing civilians, and you can't kill him because he's a classic woolly mammoth, and that's like you can't kill the woolly mammoth.
No, but we could track
Yeah.
him.
Maybe. I don't know.
dangerous. He could fall on something, hit his head, and die.
Yeah. He's got old DNA too. It might
So-
be fucking just make him more angry. Who
Right?
knows, dude?
Yeah. See, that's what Whitney was saying. He goes rogue and starts flipping tanks. Next thing you know, we live in a world of woolly mammoth.
Yes.
Can't
I,
even
for
break him
one,
down the
I, for
throat.
We're
one-
all hiding in little igloos and shit. Is it coming?
Yeah.
Quickly, grab some food before it comes back.
The woolly mammoths have overwhelmed Ukraine.
Yeah,
They're
Man,
gone.
They would thrive there, dude.
They're turning it into a quiet place somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. So I brought up a list. It's in the news doc, Jakey, right underneath this story of the coolest extinct animals. I was thinking perhaps click on the bottom one that maybe we could talk about some
Saber-tooth tiger
some
is-
other things that they might consider taking back.
Dude, you
bringing
can't bring
back.
saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
You can't. Because he's only going to be in captivity. That's not fair. Same with the woolly mammoth.
Mhm.
You can't. If you let the woolly mammoth run free,
Yeah.
he's going to slaughter the world.
Okay. Let's talk Jurassic
Like,
Park.
what about if you are like a deer or like, I don't know, like what you mean, like a bobcat or something, and you're like, what the really?
Okay,
The
we
world?
can't release them into the wild.
We should put one out in the Hollywood Hills like that old mountain lion.
That would be bad.
Saber-tooth tiger out there?
M1 or whatever. Yeah.
Like back where he came from.
Yeah.
Wow, that was racist.
So we can't release them into the wild, obviously, and we can't just grow one and keep it in a cage. What is so
What are they
wrong?
gonna do?
What is so wrong with the Jurassic Park model?
Right.
Because we're not talking about things that are like 30 feet tall.
But
It's still a wild cat.
Dude, you're pitching
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
I am.
Yeah, did you not see Jurassic Park?
No,
say
I
it ends-
actually did not.
It ends badly.
Yeah, they get out.
I know.
Thanks, Willie.
I watched it over my kid's shoulder.
That's what they do. They wreck shop.
I understand that, but those are dinosaurs. We have zoos that manage to successfully host children all over the world
You know
day
what?
after
That is
day
a good
without
point.
anybody getting these. Think of it's more of a free range zoo with viewing areas.
Okay, but that is
Jakey-
also what Jurassic Park was.
Jakey,
but dinosaurs are more dangerous than saber-toothed tigers.
Jakey, put up how big a woolly mammoth is compared to an elephant.
Okay. It says right here too, but they're 6 tons.
11 feet tall. Yeah, that's pretty.
11 feet tall. It's very big.
Yeah.
That's like if he gets free, dude.
Yeah.
I don't. Does bullets stop him?
Get a gang of them together too.
Yeah.
They come.
Here's-
They travel in
here's a nice
herds.
visual.
Look
Right?
at that, dude.
Yeah, man.
He will.
I want to go look at that.
No,
That is pretty sweet.
I do. too.
want. I want to
Yeah.
see that also. Actually.
I know, but I swear, when Whitney brought it up, I remember thinking, "What's wrong with her?" And then the more I thought about it, I was like, "I mean, I like elephants are smart." And he's like, "Oh, cool! You made me from prehistoric times, and now I'm in prison. I didn't rob anybody. Why am I?
Well, we don't know.
Why is he in prison? Why are we imprisoning him?
Because he knows, dude. You know you can't keep a great white in captivity because they know that they're in captivity.
Yes.
And then they die.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you can keep elephants in captivity for a really long time, and they seem to kind of just chill. And
Do you think they're happy about it?
or do you think elephants can't be happy?
I think they can.
Well, yeah, dude. They're like
Okay,
family people.
They're like smart.
I strike that.
Yeah.
I
like
am
go to
Woolly
this-
mammoths might be dumb though. These are ancient elephants.
I
you know?
am racist against animals enough
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
that I am comfortable with a small percentage of them living lives of safety unhappily so that we get to see them all.
Yeah.
I'm personally okay with what? Have you ever been to a zoo? Don't laugh,
I
Jake.
gotta say, dude, I do appreciate your truth.
Yeah.
That's what a zoo is, and
it's-
I'm okay with it.
I'm not.
I was in Edmonton in Canada. They had a seal at the mall in Edmonton.
Yeah, he must have been
And-
having a great day.
You know what? And that seal looked fucking miserable, but I'd be damned if I didn't stop and watch that seal twice a day, dude. Like fucking.
Would it have been so great for the seal to live outside in Edmonton?
No, yeah. Well, it shouldn't be in Edmonton.
Right.
It's the middle of the country. It's fucking. You're like,
It's cold
how'd that
enough.
seal get there?
Yeah.
I met a orangutan once
Mm-hmm.
in the zoo. That was the last time I ever went to the zoo with enthusiasm.
Yeah. You were stoned, weren't you?
Yeah, well,
Like you met one, like he was hanging out with.
I
you?
haven't been stoned for like a year and a half. Before that, I've been stoned.
I think
So that's not fair.
like mushrooms is really fun when you're young and dumb, and then you get to a certain age where you're like a little too smart and you think things through to the next level, and then mushrooms can kind of bum you out.
Yeah.
You can get stoned and go to the zoo to a certain point, but then your brain and your empathy develops,
Dude,
and all of a sudden it's just a fucking bad trip there.
It wasn't
Like, what if that
because
was
I was.
me?
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't because I was high. It was because he was looking at out the cage at me, going, "This sucks."
Mhm.
And then like all kids are like, "Man, look at the thing," and he's like, "I fucking hate like this is my day, dude.
Mhm.
I sit here and listen to these dickheads yell at me and say weird shit.
Yeah.
like I just want to get out. I could see it. I felt it.
Well, also, look, I'm not trying to defend zoos all the way, but I do know at least some of the time there's animals that like get fucked up or get injured or
Yeah.
they
there's those-
can't go live
yeah.
in the wild. They want to go live in the wild. Like
But
I
they
had a
get
cat.
smoked.
I had a cat that wanted to go outside. He had no idea what was waiting for him outside of my door. He was bummed about it, but I was right.
Yeah.
There is some of that with the zoos. At least some, we can agree.
Yeah.
And I don't feel bad for zebras. Fuck them.
Well, that man, that's weird. I almost agreed with you just then, but a zebra is a horse, and they're pack animals, and they know where they are.
They're fancy horses.
They're.
Can you ride zebra? Can you domesticate them and ride them?
I don't.
Is that a thing?
I think you can ride one, but I don't know how happy it is about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I hang
They
out
actually-
with horses every day. I was with horses this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
He's
a horse.
He's a
whisperer.
horseman.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm heavily. It's taken over my life. I was just telling Brianna this morning. I was like, I used to go to the gym every day, and I'm getting smaller because I'm like, I could go to the gym or I could go see the horse. I'm like, maybe I'll start lifting horses because I don't have time for both.
Yeah. You get stronger that way, I think. It's much heavier.
I think chicks dig me
That's how
more
it
for being a horse guy.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Didn't see that coming, but I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Chicks are kind of
Horse people.
simple that way. Yeah.
What are you doing? You're like riding them.
that way. It's a married guy right there. He's got one. He can say whatever he wants. It's kind of dumb when you think about it, right, Willie? Anyway, I'll be home to the wife. I got to get home before I get in trouble. But look at those tusks, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like,
fucking
just-
crazy.
They're so glorious. And he thinks stuff. And here's the thing, Michael. Yeah, they make a zone for, not AutoZone, but they make a zone for woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
And they got their own habitat, so to
Yeah,
speak. It's
uh-huh.
big.
Right.
It's big.
Yeah.
Giant walls. Walls that a woolly mammoth cannot get through.
It can be done.
Well, you got to
And
put them in
then-
like a freezing temperature too, because they're like fucking very used to the cold. Like you can't put them in like California. You can't. San
And
Diego Zoo couldn't do it.
and the food they eat is not the food that they've ever eaten.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
Well, maybe they can adapt, maybe they can't. You know, there's all sorts of invasive.
Maybe the bananas of today make them gay like those frogs.
It's entirely possible, but there are
Gay mammoth?
all
Gay
sorts
mammoth, that's all we need, right?
Man, dude.
Boys Town's going to be off the chain.
there's all sorts of invasive species, both plant and animal, that end up crossing continents and all of a sudden the animals all love to eat that shit, or
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit eats all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion, but it's definitely not an impossibility that you could find some grass they would dig. How about this? How about people go on vacations up to go see the Northern Lights?
Yeah.
What the hell else do you do when you're up at the Northern Lights? You just sit around all day waiting for night to come, so hopefully you can see some cool Northern
That's
Lights up.
gay.
What if they had a huge woolly mammoth habitat right by there? So during the day you go and you stand on top of the viewing thing and you watch the woolly mammoths living
Yeah.
up there in the frozen part.
Yeah.
Who's losing here?
I'm super into that, actually. I
Thank
love
you.
The thing that's going to change, though, I didn't get to it, is the woolly mammoth is a success. They make a T-Rex, dude. It becomes, they do Jurassic Park for real.
Yeah.
I'm
You see how far
mean,
back you can go.
perfectly
Look at
fine
it.
with
We're
it.
this is a
Yeah.
real, today's a real thing. There's a direwolf in there working on a woolly mammoth.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
where does woolly mammoth end up? It ends up T-Rex, dude.
Did you feel bad for the people who went to the Fire Festival?
No.
Well, then I'm not going to feel bad for the people who go to Jurassic Park.
I have
Yeah,
already
that's true.
explained if they
They
die.
have to sign a waiver. I saw the movie.
Yeah. I saw the kitchen raptor scene. I'm still going.
There's a Russian guy that got eaten by a shark. I don't care about that guy.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Russians don't care about themselves.
Rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, they're like
Go off the rails on the crazy train.
Well, and that's where we put
If
these
the ship
things.
is sinking, let's all get eaten by T-Rexes.
That's not a bad.
Thank you.
I kind of like that.
These
dude.
guys would be in Russia also. They wouldn't be in America. I think we'd fucking do it
Wait,
like
we
somewhere in Siberia.
We wouldn't give them to them.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You know, they're already a fucking war machine right now, dude.
Yeah, they would
Drone
stop.
operated mammoths? No, thank you,
Dude,
dude.
Well, Arctic-
strap a bunch of missiles to the side of it.
Yeah, dude.
Nobody's stopping that, dude.
Dude, Arctic warfare is definitely coming. That's like a foregone conclusion. Have these guys
Yeah.
leading you into battle?
Yeah, dude.
With
like Hannibal.
Dude,
like
Just ride the fucking
cannons on their
elephant.
back.
Dude, I got one for you. Have you seen that fucking robot horse Kawasaki, mate? It's a motorbike dog.
Nah.
I'm calling bullshit on it because everyone's like, have you seen the new Kawasaki? It's got legs, right? So it runs through, it'll run off cliffs and stuff. But I reckon all the video that they're showing of it is CGI. Like they've got it, like they'll show it, but they don't show, like, yeah, like watch the video and you're like, dude, it's the sickest thing ever. But I'm pretty sure that it's not real, that it doesn't really, like, I don't even know if, like, we would kill it. If we had a machine that would leap off cliffs and land on the other side, I think we'd fall off and get wrecked.
Yeah, I feel like you get hurt pretty bad jumping off a cliff.
I think this is a hoax, dude.
Well, it says CGI video on top.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good sign.
Yeah, but they have it like on a stage, like, wow, thank you, Willie. Well, at least I had an inkling that that was what was happening.
It said terrain sensing hooves, but they misspelled terrain.
Okay, you guys do a lot of reading. I just have to feel how it is. But I was right. I just didn't read the clear.
And I think
Science.
that was the guy from Goonies that was introducing it on the stage.
But look at that, dude. But then they've got it on stage. There's real ones.
Yeah, I'm
That is
waiting to
pretty
see
sick.
that.
Like,
It just seems like a bad ride.
If they have a real one on stage, then why couldn't they take it out into nature to demonstrate what it can do?
like that CGI is all hell.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
That might
kind
have
of
been Lou Ferrigno in a robot suit.
if they could really do it, then that would be like, because then you could have like Supercross, but with those,
Hell yeah.
and
That'd
then
be dope.
people like sprinting around, and you have to crash though. If you don't crash, I'm not watching it.
But a sort of terrain race where
Yeah.
it's a mixture of speed and also
Cliffs and
Yeah, you gotta
navigating
climb a mountain
that.
or something like
Which
that.
path are you taking?
Yeah.
There's the super treacherous way that's a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Kawasaki shows off concept.
Bullshit.
So does it say, Jakey, in the story when they even speculate they could actually have a working prototype?
Hey everybody, Jason Ellis Show. Athletic Greens, AG1. Do you know about it? If you don't know about it, it's because you're a loser and you don't understand how convenient it is to stay healthy. It's just put the powder in the water, and you mix it up and you drink it, and then you can go on with your day. You don't have to worry about crushing hundreds of thousands of vegetables and stuff in the morning in the juicer. Cool.
My wife has got a whole shelf of one of our cabinets that's full of like this supplement and that supplement. And I've been bugging her to throw all that stuff out because she hasn't touched a one of them since she discovered AG1. It's everything that she needs and that we need in one fine, tasty powder. You put it in the water, you mix it up, you drink it. You've gotten all your essentials for the day. Easy as that. And
It's that easy.
AG1 is offering new subscribers a free $76 gift. When you sign up, you'll get a welcome kit, a bottle of D3K2. This is a new thing, a high concentration of vitamin D3 combined with vitamin K2.
Everybody needs that D, Michael.
For enhanced efficacy, they do. You'll get 5 free travel packs in your first box. So make sure to check out drinkag1.com/Ellis. That's our promo code to get this offer. That's drinkag1.com/Ellis to start your new year on a healthier note.
I'm so sick of the lies.
I know.
Just give it to fucking Boston Dynamics, wherever that one.
Yeah, right.
Looks
right.
like
They'll fucking have this done in a year.
April Fool's joke.
Well, somebody says it looks like a late April Fool's joke,
Man.
not the consensus.
Who's doing an April
is-
Fool's joke on April 7th?
Well, it might have come out on the 1st.
Oh, did it? Okay, never mind.
No.
But Jakey might be stupid.
What?
Look, it doesn't work. I'm calling bullshit on it. Sorry, Jakey.
Well, they said there's a couple of, in quickly perusing that article, there's a couple of competing companies that are bringing similar things or aiming to bring similar things to market. It said there was a Chinese company that's making, working on a rideable unicorn for kids.
Okay.
So the idea is out there with
So
multiple.
they're making kids gay too. Good. Even Stevens. Yeah, I call bullshit on this machine, but if it ever does work, I want to. Well, you know what? No, I ride horses.
Yeah, you got the real thing. I feel
Yeah.
like you're not going to have the same. I don't ride horses, but I imagine there's a bond there.
Dude, they're connected to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
fucking
crazy.
On like this thing, it'd just be like fucking press it on and.
Which
you know,
makes
give a shit.
me, you know, when you go on a horse ride with like the tourist thing, it brings me back to like Hawaii because you're a Hawaiian.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go to Hawaii anymore. I love Hawaii. It's my favorite place.
Yeah.
But I'm not from there and I don't want to disrespect their country. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's their country. You bought it, but it's not yours.
Yeah.
It's theirs. And I don't want to go there
No.
and do that stuff. And it's same with the horse. Like I don't want to ride. I will never ride on like a, hey everybody, we're going on this horse thing where all the horses are like, okay, get on. They're slaves, dude.
Yeah.
You don't befriend the horse. You don't know the horse. He doesn't know you or she. And they're just like, down the trail, down the trail. I have no interest in that. It's weird. I don't even really care to ride a horse. I just hang out with horses. That's
Oh,
like-
word. You don't ride them?
I mean, I do,
Okay.
but I don't. It used to be, I'm not going to see a horse unless we're riding it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now I mean, sure, if you want me to ride you, I'll ride you. But
You're
if
friends
you
with benefits.
Yeah, I just hang out.
No.
There's like a thing there, you know? We're buds.
Yeah.
So, Willie, let's talk about Hawaii. I've known you. Well, I knew you a long time ago. I knew you for we used to hang out quite a bit. I don't know if I've ever really even gotten to the bottom of your Hawaiian origin story.
Yeah, dude. Well, I was
So-
gonna say also, fucking go to Hawaii though, you know, because like we need the tourism out there, especially after like the fires and everything that happened.
If
It's
a
like-
Hawaiian guy tells me to go to Hawaii, then that's a whole pass. I'll go.
yeah.
Are
it's
you a
fucking,
real
like-
Hawaiian guy?
No, but I'm from out there, like born out there and stuff. And
Right.
So it's like, you know, grew up about as local as you can grow up. But it's,
No, I'm just trying to figure out like how do you understand yourself? Like, what do you understand yourself to be? You're a more real Hawaiian. You're literally from there, grew up there.
yeah.
That's
I'm like
your-
I'm a haole guy though. I'm fucking like
exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, how many generations do your people go back?
We go way back to the 1980s.
Okay, right.
Dang,
Yeah.
some heavy roots.
Yeah. Really fucking.
You guys took the love boat
deep,
out there.
Deep. Yeah. We arrived on an airplane many months ago.
So, how were you received growing up there by actual, real local people?
It was mixed bag, you know. Usually, fucking everyone's cool, but there's always some guy trying to check you. You know,
Yeah.
that's just like
Did you ever
I think
get
that's just
the-
the culture out there, though.
Did you ever get the Karate Kid, like, welcome to the neighborhood, now get the fuck out, sweep the leg, Johnny shit?
I never saw Karate Kid, but I did get beat up in school.
You
a
get the
couple times.
You lived it.
yeah, exactly.
Did you ever find your local Hawaiian, Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah, dude, I wish. But yeah, there's a little Filipino guy trying to teach me boxing.
He ended up
You got to be
making-
smaller. I'm like, I can't do that.
He just made you take out the trash for 5 years, then told you to beat it.
Yeah,
You didn't learn any martial arts at all.
When can I hit the bag? You're like, the bag? You're taking out the bag right now.
That's it.
fucking good.
A local invited me to go there, and she was like, "I'll cook for you and hang out and all."
Yeah,
that
do
stuff.
that shit, dude.
She
Like
was
it's
a big lady too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of into it.
We got big women out.
I when I was there, I befriended a lot of big ladies,
Yeah.
but it was like something that was just off. Where I was like, I don't feel if I meet you on the street, then yeah, but like if you're like cleaning my plates at the buffet, I feel like a jerk off.
Yeah. And they're big like Magnus Magnuson is big. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're fucking like, they'll beat the fuck out of you.
I'm into it.
These like girls, I remember in high school, these giant like Tongan girls would like fight these little white girls. And
Nice.
it'd just be
Yeah.
decimate, just different weight classes, just
Yeah.
fucking. I saw this one lady get like discus thrown by this fucking Tongan chick.
Yeah.
It was some of the best fights I've ever seen in my fucking life.
That's pretty cool.
Where's that Instagram account?
I know, dude. God, if any of us were smart, we would have filmed these things. We're fucking back then. We were like, no, dude, I'm gonna remember this, like
Yeah.
moron.
Old school.
Yeah,
Just remember it.
yeah. I'll tell a bad retelling of it on a podcast 10 years later. You know.
I like those people better than the people now. When people are like, I don't like it when there's like trouble in a train and everybody pulls their phone out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, step in.
Yeah. What happened to just cheering him on? You know what I mean? Hit him. Just fucking get into it.
Time was a man would lay bets on a fight like that.
Yeah, exactly. God damn it.
Oh man.
What have we lost as a country?
Yeah.
Fucking.
No heart.
Yeah, you're like fucking. Well, that is true, dude. You fucking watch a fight. Everyone's got the stuff around. Like
Yeah.
everyone in the background.
Especially if it's unfair.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I'm like, all men, you need to break it up. You know, if it's a lady that's being harassed or like somebody little or something,
Yeah.
you got to step in. But instead, all I see is phones. And I'm like, I think you see it as, well, when you do assault this person, I will give the police the video.
Yeah.
And it's like, or you could stop it.
Yeah. You can make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah, like try to be on the other side of it. Like, oh, you guys are gonna film me getting assaulted. Well, then when I wake up, it'll be okay. I'll press charges. Or you could stop me from getting beat up.
Yeah. I'd be dictating. I'd be like, okay, film after I get my first one in, then start film. You know.
I've
Like,
always
fucking
I
make
always
sure.
wanted somebody to do something on a plane that I'm on.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I want to.
Yeah, like a Mark Wahlberg fantasy.
I just want to be. I just want to be a hero. You know.
Yeah, dude.
Air Force One.
That's a bit drastic. Like
Okay, I never saw that.
gunplay, not really,
I never
no.
saw that either. So
I'm talking about crazy.
I'm just dancing in the
Some
dark.
snakes on a plane, shit, dude.
There you go. Nice.
That might be too much too. Yeah. But like just a crazy guy, you know, trying to like harass the flight attendants or whatever, and he goes rogue and tries to open the door or something. I
Yeah.
would like to be there for that.
Yeah.
You'd make good. Was it Guardian Angels? They were the guys who
Yeah,
used
on
to
the
ride
trains.
around on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
subway in the 70s in New York because the police wouldn't take out the trash, so they took it upon themselves.
Yeah.
That's cool.
With
What?
you don't know about the Guardian Angels?
No, I don't know about this.
Dude,
Awesome.
can you bring up some photos? Impeccable style.
Yeah, I didn't
They
like
had
it.
they had a uniform
They
too.
wore berets.
They had like a thing that they had to wear, like
Red berets.
like a sash to like be like we're in the Guardian Angels. But other than that, you were free to have all the flair that you wanted because they were at the end of the day a vigilante street.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
street
probably
gang.
just a gang.
It's like the closest thing to real life warriors.
Okay, that's sick, dude.
But they were cool, man.
Yeah, I can
is
remember I was on the subway at the tail end of it was well past its prime, but I remember being on the subway and seeing Guardian Angels on it.
Yeah.
They made enough of a vibe where if they were on the train, you didn't do what you thought you were gonna do.
Yeah.
Like
It's cool
they-
to see the White Panthers. That fucking doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
they mixed it up.
Yeah, there's fucking everyone in there.
Yeah.
The real Rainbow
Why
Coalition
is
over here.
RoboCop in that photo?
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
They're discussing their shared passion for vigilante justice.
Oh yeah.
We're all like RoboCop.
We're like all judge, jury, and executioner here. That's crazy. I feel like you guys really understand me.
Like, isn't RoboCop? Wasn't it talking about the police state being bad? Like, fucking, why are we taking a picture with this guy?
Like I save 3 people and accidentally kill 1 innocent person, and somehow I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Do the math.
We're still up too.
What happened? What happened to them?
To be honest with you, the Rudy Giuliani cleaned up the city, and they were no longer necessary.
Word.
Maybe it's time for them to come back.
In New York City, it's nowhere near as bad as it was. There was also the guy. This is one of the first courtroom. I've bought like actual courtroom sketches that they used to show on the news before your time. One of the first ones that I ever bought was the famous, notorious subway vigilante Bernard Goetz.
Okay.
Who somebody tried to rob him on the subway and he shot them. And in those days, it was like controversial because he was a super weird creepy dude. But everybody was like, yeah, we're sick of getting mugged. It's about time somebody just fucking shot somebody here.
Yeah.
He's just a serial killer protecting the fucking subway. Dude.
He had major serial
Dexter
killers, yeah.
fucking back there.
He was I think if it hadn't been a mugger, he was gonna just shoot somebody. So
Yeah.
It would have been, like Paul McCartney, like
Yeah.
Lennon's taken. I guess I'll let this out.
My neighbor's dog told me to protect the subway.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good and
David.
bad from that.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the city was already coming back around the late 70s, early 80s, like when Warriors was made.
Yeah.
It was the whole.
These guys do look like the Warriors.
Yeah.
I mean, what really happened in larger terms is people lived in cities in the beginning because that's where jobs were. And then people got rich enough and they built up mass transit enough and everybody moved out of the cities and went and got a house in the suburbs. Same thing happened in LA so that they could have a backyard and a pool and they could have a car.
Yeah.
Poor people moved into the inner city because that's where they could now afford to live, and they didn't have jobs and they had shitty lives, and all of a sudden you had a bunch of poor, underprivileged people living together and shitty stuff happened.
Yeah.
But then Friends was on TV and people were like, oh, living in a city looks kind of cool. And then everybody moved in and the poor people had to move back out. That's pretty much the last 40 years.
Yeah.
I hate Friends.
Damn. I didn't realize how detrimental Friends was to the fucking. Or no, maybe it's good. I don't know. In that way. People coming back to the cities, I like that.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you name all of the Friends?
No. I know, God.
What are you, like 23?
Yeah, I'm 29, but I should know this.
Same difference.
God, there's Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, but what's her name?
Fuck, dude.
Was it Rachel?
There's Chandler. Chandler's one of them. I know that.
Yeah.
I got that. I've never really seen Friends.
You're kind of a Chandler.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's so Chandler. So,
You're
that's so Chandler
So
of you.
Who's the dumb blonde one?
Lisa Kudrow.
That's me.
Okay.
She would have been Phoebe.
Yeah, I'm Phoebe.
Yeah. You're the flighty bimbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Friends, I was like a Nick at Night kid. Like
Which would mean.
Which, like, all the shows that you watched were this, like, hey, we're kicking it old school tonight.
Oh, that was the nostalgia stuff.
Yeah.
Like
And
what?
so, it was like Fresh Prince and fucking Cosby Show was on Nick at Night. Full House, like some of those.
Yeah.
It was like if you stayed up, if you fucking watched too much SpongeBob, you had to watch.
Right.
Will
Eventually,
Smith,
it
you
just
know what I
rolled
mean?
over
You're
into that. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
SpongeBob kicked ass.
yeah, that shit was fucking awesome.
I actually put together a list of things. We've done this with Miles before, since he's our one of our younger friends. I didn't know you were already 29.
I know, dude. You're getting
Still.
old.
Oh yeah, I've been aware of this for a while. Do you want to try to guess if Willie knows some things that we
Yeah,
take for
especially
granted?
after that comment.
Let's find out. I know, dude. Yeah, the Friends thing. I'm always devastated when people bring up things from the 90s. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, here we go. Perfect. Well, this will be right up your alley.
Yeah.
Can you name a 90s dance craze spurred by two middle-aged men who became one-hit wonders?
Oh,
Jason, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know.
I can tell you the
These
name of the
guys.
group, but honestly, people remember the song. They don't remember the group.
Is it Milli Vanilli? Was that the band? Or
I thought it was going to be those two bald guys.
I think they probably is. Oh, are you?
Too
No.
sexy?
No, not too sexy.
Oh.
Those guys are brothers.
Yeah.
when was Crumpet?
Which is
That's
weird
the
because it looked like they were boning.
Yeah, right. They probably did.
Maybe.
Yeah, right? That's fucking.
Wait, is it the Macarena?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Those were two guys? Did the Macarena?
Who'd you think it was?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
you're
who
right.
it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was one guy.
Yeah, honestly.
I think Los Del Rio was at least two guys.
Oh, okay.
My daughter, who's 6, is randomly doing the Macarena these days.
Yeah.
We're making her sleep outside.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Where'd you find that, dude?
Oh, cool.
Can Willie, Jason, would you guess, complete this phrase? If the glove doesn't fit,
Oh, he knows that.
You must have quit, dude. I know that one.
Yeah.
can you complete this sentence? Life is like a box of.
Yeah.
Chocolates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You had me at.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. What band was Dave Grohl in before the Foo Fighters?
Nirvana.
Yeah.
Got that.
What does it mean to get star 69'd?
Oh, it's when you you call on
yeah.
restricted. We used to do that.
You still star 69'd?
Yeah.
Wow, they had
We're fucking-
landlines in Hawaii.
Yeah. No, it worked on it was a C line, but it was no, it was you could do it on phones, cell phones. It worked on cell phones for a long time.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Fucking Star 69 guys.
But-
I was just 69 in guys usually.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, but in that world, I was a star. Can you name the first movie Batman?
What do you mean? Like the
Yeah.
first actor
Yes.
in it? George-
it was Batman.
Yeah. Batman. Let me tell
It was
you.
Batman starring as Batman. Duh. Wait, the first
Well, he
movie.
doesn't take his mask off. That's a
You
good.
said the first movie.
Yes, I did.
Right.
Is that George Clooney?
Now we're getting somewhere.
Wait, is he right?
No.
Okay.
Wait, the first Batman. Who was the first Batman? Wait.
Oh, Michael Keaton?
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't going to get that.
Does Jason know? Of course you were.
Okay.
Prove it.
I mean, we've talked about him as the best one many times.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I just don't know who's first. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he definitely started it. Can you name the other ones?
Was Val Kilmer a Batman?
He was, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I know Clooney, and I know Christian Bale, obviously. Pattinson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
That's weird.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I like that one. It was fucking. It was
a
very
good-
moody. It was
yeah,
a moody Batman.
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
like-
yeah. Which made more sense, right?
Yeah.
But it was just he's a pussy,
Yeah.
and it's like you can't beat anybody up. You're like in an emo band,
Yeah, exactly.
you know? Like,
fucking crying to old Nirvana
Yeah,
songs.
dude, you're a
Like
bitch.
fucking-
like,
Is he from Twilight?
yeah.
And yet he still can't be convincingly dark.
yeah.
Well,
Which is crazy because that's like all he should be able to do.
No, literally. Well, I think it was convincingly dark. It was just like
Yeah.
just Batman's being a baby right now.
Yeah.
Like, they're more-
Yeah, it was
I
like
think it
more.
like a-
Yeah, he was dark as in I'm going to kill myself. No,
Yeah.
I can beat you up because I'm mad.
Yeah. He was
That-
like sad Batman.
Yeah, yeah. Was Ben Affleck a Batman?
Yeah.
I believe he was.
Yeah, he's the worst Batman.
Yeah.
He's the worst everything.
He's sort of baffling. His ongoing
Yeah.
success is sort of crazy to me.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I didn't see The Accountant, but like I buy him as like an accountant.
He's good in that.
Uh-huh.
I believe that.
Yeah, I like The Accountant.
Like he's good as a talented but troubled young mathematician
Yeah.
friend.
yeah.
Perfect.
He was
Every
that
day
blind
I'd
guy
pull up.
too.
Is he Daredevil?
Yeah.
There's nothing super about Ben Affleck.
No.
Yeah. Ben
He's got
Affleck is a guy
super
that
big-
needs to be saved by a superhero, it looks like. you know?
His head's super big.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like he's in Dunkin' Donuts commercials now?
He is a Dunkin'.
That makes sense. Yeah. I kind of mean it's like it's not a bad thing. He's just that's what he's supposed to do.
He's like the opposite of Bill Burr, where he's like, he is Boston, but he's like the other side of Boston.
Yeah.
Where it's like the fucking like.
The sellout, yuppie
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah. Like I went to a really nice school.
Yeah.
I don't know any black people, like that side of Boston.
Even
I
though
mean,
I
he
don't
knows him, but he doesn't like him.
even though I don't think that's what he is. I think he
No,
actually
yeah,
is
yeah.
more of a real but he has that. He's like he's assumed a Hollywood persona.
yeah,
He
he's got that
doesn't-
vibe.
Right.
Yeah, like
I
you're from Worcester or something like that. Or, I don't know anything about
You married
Worcester
J-Lo.
sucks.
Yeah, Worcester's
At
actually
least
bad,
it
I
did when I
think,
was there, yeah.
If you marry J-Lo, you're a pussy.
Twice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like putting up with that shit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Doing it twice is kind of sick, though.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of romantic.
Yeah.
who are his other ones? Like Jennifer Garner?
Yeah. Yeah. He had kids with her, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't like her teeth. They're too much.
You know whose teeth I love is that Amy Lou Wood lady from the new White Lotus. That English chick. Do you guys see White Lotus?
I wanna see some
I
hot
just
teeth.
started.
Pull up those teeth.
I've never
Oh my
heard
God.
anybody say, you know whose teeth I like.
I'm in love with this woman, dude. Look at her teeth. They're
Oh,
insane.
yeah. No, I saw her on a thing because people say her teeth are great.
Yeah.
They are terrible.
Best British teeth I've ever seen in my life.
No, they're just British teeth. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, my wife had a crazy snaggle tooth, and I've never forgiven her for getting braces. I loved it.
Yeah.
Gave her face personality.
Yeah, dude.
There was
Like
just
the
one
jewel thing.
It was just one point in that way. It was
Love
so
that.
good. I was so cute.
I know. Wait, she fixed that?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work out for
Wait a
us.
minute. I know, right? You should leave it.
Yeah. Mike's like, let me see that tooth again, baby.
Yeah.
Pull that tooth out.
Catches me jerking off to old pictures of her with the snaggle tooth.
Is that cheating? That's cool, right?
You look at your phone, just toothless women.
I feel like they made her teeth look better in that movie than what they really are.
I don't know, dude. Every time I see her, she's still got the same ones.
I tried to watch White Lotus because everybody I know keeps talking about it, and I started 2 days ago, and my app freezes. So I just figured I tried again last night. I tried again. It's 3 times in a row I've tried, and it keeps freezing. And I'm like, guess God doesn't want me to watch that.
I get
Dude.
that.
It's not in the cards.
Yeah.
I used to work at the hotel that the first season was.
You worked at the hotel.
Yeah, I was fucking bartender over there.
No way. So you've
Yeah.
seen up close how ignorant we are.
Dude, these people would come and just treat you like a fucking, you're like a background.
Right?
You're like a palm tree.
Yeah.
Like they don't give a fuck about you or
That's
anything.
why I hate
like,
it.
it's like-
That's why I don't want to go.
How much?
You just be a normal guy though, and then you're good. You know, it's like fucking.
Well, that
just
was.
like,
I would end up being like having long conversations with like a 400-pound Samoan lady.
yeah, exactly. Like
And,
that's the way to do it. Dude. Don't like go and be like fucking. I need a new Mai Tai. Fucking the help.
Yeah,
like, fuck
dude.
you.
Like I
it's
couldn't.
like-
I was just so. I would be like, oh man, that's what we are. I couldn't help not putting me in it. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm going over there with this idiot. You know,
Yeah.
and I just felt bad.
They're like fucking yeah. Most conversations you have is like, I tried to rent an ATV and the guy was a dick, and I think it's your fault, the bartender at
I
the
know,
hotel
right?
that I'm staying at. Like fucking fuck you.
I hated that stuff.
How much was it per night to stay there? Do you know?
God, dude. Busy season, it gets to be like $3,000 a night. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking
Holy
insane. The amount of
shit.
the fucking hotels out there are like so fucking crazy, man. Like it's like they're so involved too. They like take care of everything, you know, like they're fucking good hotels, but it's like
Dude, $3,000, they better.
yeah, literally, dude. You can get like even on the off seasons, it's probably like 500 a night, 600 a night. Like it's still fucking
Yeah, I stayed when I was like really rich. I stayed in Lanai at the Four Seasons.
yeah, dude, that one's sick.
And me and my chick were fucking shitheads, dude, like tattooed morons. And we were like smoking weed. And they were like, hey, can you not smoke weed? And I'm like, I'm outside. They're like, you're smoking at the hotel. And I'm like, okay. So then I had to like go out further to smoke weed because I used to smoke so much weed. It was out of control. But they're like, if you tried the golf course, I was like, I don't really play. And they're like, you know, we'll go out there. And I was like, okay, I got a golf cart. Now me and my chick are shit-faced, cracking balls out into the wood. No, I didn't finish. I don't think I completed one hole fairly. and we figured out how to play some crazy dark metal in the golf cart. We were the worst people there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody local was like, you guys suck.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
we
no,
were
no.
like cool with. We liked the staff. We didn't like everybody else in the hotel.
Yeah.
And everybody else in the hotel hated us.
They're like, fucking, how's this guy? You can bring weed to Hawaii? I should have thought of that, dude. We
Yeah.
used to sell weed to the fucking tourists there. It would be like $50 a gram, dude. You just
Oh,
jack
they
them
didn't
up like
ca-
fucking
yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
dude. It was
yeah.
like, there's like, it's Maui Wowie, dude. Like, it's shipped from Oregon. Like, it's like fucking terrible.
Yeah, man, I used to go so high. I had weed pens. I did not care.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be fine.
Well, it's huge over there. It's like a fucking, it should be legalized in Hawaii. I think
Wait,
the
it's
fact that
not?
it isn't.
Wait,
Yeah.
it isn't now still.
No. Yeah.
Of all places.
I know. It's like, it's decriminalized, I think, but it's just so, I think it would disrupt the economy if they fucking legalized it. Like, it's like,
How do you mean that?
like fucking these bartenders, they can't make a living not selling
yeah,
weed
yeah.
also. You know what I mean? Like people would lose their homes if they fucking legalized weed. It's like, they'd be like, I don't have an income anymore.
Yeah, he's got a point. Like if there was a weed store,
Yeah.
every dickhead would be in there.
Oh, dude. It'd be
Oh,
fucking like, yeah. We'd see huge amounts of vacancies in apartments in fucking Hawaii if people stopped
Like,
their income
every
with that.
sale would go down.
Yeah.
Like people wouldn't go buy pineapples anymore.
Yeah.
They'd be like, I'm going to the weed store instead, and then I'm too high to go to see anything else. I'm just gonna stay here.
They have they've talked about they used to have cane fields in Maui and they closed down like 10 years ago or something like that because of the pollution. And they're talking about growing weed there in these like this huge valley and just making it fucking like a hemp farm, which would be pretty crazy. Like I kind of like the idea,
You
but
think you'd grow better stuff there too?
yeah.
Because it just seems like it is the closest thing to Jurassic Park in America. Like
Yeah.
whenever I would go there, I'd be like, it is like everything's bigger.
Mhm.
Like the trees,
That's where they filmed Jurassic Park.
Right,
Hawaii.
'cause
Yeah.
you could
It's fucking-
tell.
Yeah.
Right.
it looks like it.
Well, it is. I don't know how this informs like gardening or whatever, but it is some of the newest land on the planet, right? Like I know
Yeah.
that there's little bits like of beach. I remember my chick pointing it out to me where she's like, that bit right there has only been there for like 200,000 years.
Yeah.
Like literally did not exist until it rose out of the ocean. It's the freshest land on the planet.
A new island like just breached like
Yeah.
15 years ago or something like that. Like it's still growing. Like there's a new one. It's fucking.
Like big enough to like be on it.
I think it's just like a clump of rocks right now. But
Okay.
like
Give it time.
pretty soon, like pretty soon in like
There'll
10,000
be a
years.
full
you know what I mean?
seasons
Like,
on it.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
dude. Someday there'll be a 5 seasons because by then the fucking planet will
Right.
be so fucked up. But
Good point.
just the one, really.
yeah, 1 season.
It's the season.
That'd be super.
That was it. It's hot. It's pretty hot.
It's always hot.
Isn't Lanai,
Everything's on fire.
Isn't Lanai owned by our guy?
Yeah, I think it's fucking. I want to say it's
Facebook
like,
guy buy it?
he bought a bunch of land in Kauai. I want to say like Bill Gates owns Lanai
Okay.
or something like that. I can't remember who owns
Didn't
it.
Mick Fleetwood own a chunk of it? I know
Mick
he owns a
Fleetwood
restaurant.
he owns a bunch of stuff in Maui. I know he has a restaurant out there.
Yeah,
It's fucking,
I think it burned down.
yeah, it
Wait,
did.
who?
Mick, the cocaine guy from the drummer.
Fleetwood Mac
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Mick Fleetwood.
See, that is for some weird reason, I'm okay with
Yes,
that.
it is.
Like him owning a piece, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I don't want Bill Gates or Facebook guy to own it, but coked out Fleetwood Mac guy, yeah.
Yeah, that fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Let that
I feel
guy.
like the locals will be like, that's cool.
That guy should be gifted an island.
Hey, I
I
agree.
think that fucking rules, dude. Yeah, it's this guy, Larry Ellison. I still don't know what Oracle does, but I know he owns Lanai.
Right?
It's like fucking like so crazy. Look at
What?
this guy, he's some French piece of shit.
That's the modern world. Anyway, I'll let you finish muttering.
yeah, this fucking French fucking bag.
He does have an annoying face.
No,
Yeah,
it used to
that's-
be people got rich from like conquering land, and then they got rich from like conquering industries. Like I make steel or I make railroads, and then people
Yeah.
got rich from making websites or apps.
Yeah.
and now people get rich doing things that I'm like, what does Oracle do? And like, well, you see, they blah blah blah. And I'm like, explain it to me again.
Yeah.
like,
It's like, see, we buy houses that people need and we bulldoze them. oh, great, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
like
that's
them,
conquering.
Yeah, that's conquering away.
them, Nvidia. It's just like that's where the real wealth is doing things I can't quite wrap my head
Yeah,
around.
Nvidia's fucking crazy. It's like it like preloads video games or something like that, and that's somehow $1 trillion fucking company. Like,
Yeah, they're
God
bigger
damn.
than the rest of the stock market put together.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
fucking
I
insane.
think it used to be cooler when we didn't know who owned everything.
Oh yeah, dude.
Uh-huh.
Or-
You
you know
know,
what?
somebody already owned before. It was owned by an asshole.
Yeah,
He just wasn't on blast.
you'd be like, it was owned by the king.
Well, the thing is,
There was one asshole. Who owned
He was an
everything.
asshole, trust me.
it was way better back then.
honestly, things really haven't changed all that much. As Trump pointed out when he was running for president, the first time you used to buy a newspaper so that you could control public opinion and make yourself look good.
Yeah,
That's what the rich guys used to do. Now they buy social media.
yeah.
It's literally the same thing.
No, 100%.
And then they can make themselves look good and shape public opinion.
Yeah.
So that people don't.
Well, that's why when you saw the inauguration, like all these like media guys at the fucking inauguration, I was like, oh, cool.
Dude.
Like the government owns the media. That's great.
Dude, that was
no
the
one's
other,
scared about that.
that was the other thing I was going to bring about the Direwolf. I saw the guy that had make the Direwolf on Joe Rogan's show, and Joe Rogan was like, "You didn't give him of any vaccines, did you?" And I'm like, "Dude, you calm down."
They made
Like-
the direwolf retarded.
Yeah, you're gonna make the Direwolf gay. Like, dude, stop. Like, I get it. You took ivermectin and it worked. Like, I'm happy for you, but calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
And I could tell the Direwolf guy was like, I mean, we did give him, you know what I mean, a vaccine. I didn't want to say it, but it was like,
If he gets sick, we're considering using medicine.
it was, and you could tell, like, Joe, like, I don't, like, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your background in Direwolf? Like, shut up.
It is very fun. Can you imagine being like a scientist who brought back this dead animal from
Yeah.
fucking extinction?
And then
Someone's
kettlebell
like, you're not
guy's like-
fucking vaxing it, right?
Yeah, you didn't make it a pussy, did you? So crazy.
Yeah. It's all just so boring. This past weekend, like one time I went to get a slice of pizza and while I was waiting, I heard guys, and I literally,
You didn't give the pizza a vaccine, did you?
Yeah.
it's been immunized. I did my research and I figured out my own way for me and my family to make pizza.
Dude, did you see
Yeah.
what's under the pizza? It's like a bunch of like tubes going down with these things, and then another like sculpture underneath the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I bought milk. The milk is immunized. It's bullshit. You're like, no, that's pasteurized. That's what they do to everything.
While they warmed up my slice, I of course went down to the basement and murdered everybody on the assumption they were molesting children.
That was a close one. Appreciate that.
Having
You're a
secured
hero.
the perimeter, I then ate my
You are a
I
hero.
then ate my Sicilian slice. But yeah, while I was waiting for them to warm up my slice, I just hear this guy tariffs, tariffs, and it's just like I literally don't know what side you are on, and I know that you have no idea what the fuck you are talking about.
Yeah, right.
That's all I know. And I took my son to play basketball, and there was a guy walking around the whole time. He was like getting his steps in just by walking around a basketball court, watching a podcast, and it was tariffs, Like, I don't know if this is pro or anti or anything. I just know you fucking suck so hard.
Yeah. You're just not a fun person to be around.
You
That's it.
suck. And you have picked, like, seriously, dude, get into drinking. It's a way better addiction
Yeah.
than the thing you're into. This is the worst addiction.
Yeah, get
Like,
wasted, do coke, and listen to Fleetwood Mac. You're gonna have such a better day.
Yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
fucking
dude.
feel great.
For real. Yeah, I read this story about the guy who wrote the song "Don't Come Around Here No More." It's a long story, but he tried to write it for Stevie Nicks. He got invited to a party at her house, and everybody was doing blow. He's the guy from the Eurythmics, the guy who's not Annie Lennox. Everybody was doing blow. He didn't do coke, so he went to sleep. He just passed out. When he woke up, Stevie Nicks was like doing blow, trying on all these Victorian dresses and like playing all these weird
So fun.
records. Yeah. And then Joe Walsh from the Eagles had been her boyfriend. And he's like, comes and bangs on her door in the hall, and he's like, Stevie, I need you back. And she's like, don't come around here no more. And that's literally what he wrote the song about. Like, we made fun of her for blowing cocaine up her ass, like hanging out, yelling at Joe Walsh, putting on old like scary witch dresses at 4 a.m. on blow.
Man, that's fun.
So much cooler than talking about tariffs.
100%.
The level of cool is insane.
We fucking really lost something when our celebrities stopped being drug addicts. dude.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that is so spot on. dude.
Yeah.
Like being
These
there.
are fucking cool parties.
There's
you
nothing
talk
cooler
about.
than that. Like, I don't want to beat because I'll die, but like
Yeah.
witnessing it is like, there's no other room that I want to be in.
Yeah, dude.
Like, just, and the envy that I have for this person at 4 a.m. putting these robes on. I'm
Dude.
like, dude, this is living. You know?
Every LA party I've ever been to, I'm like, I bet there's not even a Victorian dress in this house.
Right?
This fucking sucks.
See, I always wondered
That's
what
the-
it would be like to be a cocaine addict.
It's pretty easy to
I was
figure
gonna
out.
say,
No.
It's pretty cool.
No, hear me out. Because look, there's for sure like an emotional dump. You go high, you're gonna pay the price.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah.
But most people do cocaine and try on the dresses and get into
Yeah,
fights
yeah.
and live, and
Yeah.
then they wake up in the morning and reality comes crashing in. I'm not that person. She
Yeah.
woke up in the morning. She was still
She's
fucking
still that
Stevie
person.
Nicks.
Yeah.
She's still going on tour with Fleetwood Mac.
and she had the-
so good.
And she had the money to do more coke the next day, so it never really got bad.
yeah. Oh,
This
she
is-
didn't. She wasn't like, I spent what last night?
Yeah.
She didn't care.
It didn't matter.
Made
I woke up
no
in a
difference.
Victorian dress I bought, and I'm like, I want to wear this all fucking week.
She
dude.
never
I'm
had to
doing-
go to the coke dealer to get it and be worried about getting busted by the cops. It was just delivered.
Yeah, right? It's fucking.
All the good parts.
Her dealer, if the cops had showed up, the dealer, that
Takes
kind
the
of
rap.
dealer, takes the rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
100%.
you do cocaine.
You never had anxiety about cocaine around you.
Everybody else
it was
did.
just
yeah,
Because
positive.
they're like, oh shit, if she gets picked up, then the tour ends and we all stop making
we're all
money.
taking the
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being in Vegas doing cocaine with a bunch of chicks, and they were dressing me like in girls' clothes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The De La Hoya, they call it.
Yeah,
Right.
It was before I knew. So.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
But
Game
but-
recognizes game.
That's why when I saw those photos, I was like, "No, dude, he's not gay. He's winning."
Yeah, exactly.
He was. I knew exactly what that. How
That guy's
that
just having a great night.
Yeah, that's called ripping right there. Like that guy was on top of the world. He was also the champion of the world in boxing. He was like, "Yeah, I'll wear your freaking stilettos. Give me another line."
Yeah.
And I also knew who took the photo and how many girls were behind the person that took the photo, who was also a hot chick. I'm like, it was okay, dude. Like
Yeah,
those
yeah.
clothes, he didn't buy those clothes. Those were the girls' clothes that they gave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
And when you're on that
winning.
much cocaine,
Yeah.
those panties do feel pretty good on your balls, actually.
Dude, that was the other thing.
Lace? Oh my God.
They
Lace?
dared me to walk the corridors in it, and I was like, no problem.
Yeah.
I strutted.
I know what boys like.
Yeah. You could have played that, and I would not have flinched. I would have kept. I'm like, oh my god, this is my song.
We need to wrap things up here, but Willie is going to stick around and join us on the next Patreon show, which we're rolling right into. Do you know that you're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to be doing we're going to be doing
I can't.
world's greatest song to dance to when you're on cocaine and wearing some hot chicks
Oh
panties.
man, I just got so excited about another show. We'll be back. Don't die.